All right. Ain't no all right now. Keep it rolling. Oh yeah. We're on the move, folks. 2023, huh? What does that mean? 2023. It means whatever you want it to mean, folks. Huh? It means improvement. Some of you folks think it means retreating. Some folks think it means surprise. Some of us think it will mean what we want, what we've planned for, what we have fought for. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. I miss you guys. I'll tell you, for the Sundays that I don't get to come and see you, it really causes me an issue. I miss you. I hope you miss me. I'm glad to see you, and I hope you're glad to see me. We're here, brought to you by the Improve Association, where we promote business and community partnerships. Brought to you by WSSnews.com and the California Department of Public Health. We have some public health issues. We definitely do. We also have public health promises. We have things in front of us that are going to make the world a better place as long as we're willing to ask the question, seek the truth, think critically, and improve. We need to increase our quality of life while respecting each other and the planet we share. We're moving into this corner that, well, actually, we're in it. We just celebrated the birthday of one of the greatest black men on the planet, Jesus Christ. We just went through the wonderful era of Kwanzaa, an opportunity to recommit ourselves to principles that are going to be operative and functional and beneficial to ourselves as individuals, ourselves as a community, and the world around us. Sharing, caring, and working hard. And now we're approaching Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Next Sunday, the Prince of Peace, the brother who gave his life, I don't know if that was his intention. It doesn't matter because he gave it. He lived and died with the principle of equity. Equity was the cornerstone of his message and his mission. A mission and message that is being as blatantly challenged today as it was during the height of the Civil Rights Movement. Let me say it again. The mission and messaging that Martin Luther King gave of equity, sharing America's greatness, sharing the greatness of the people of America, messaging and mission that is being as blatantly attacked and challenged today by bigots as it was during the height of the Civil Rights Movement. This resurgence of hate and bigotry must be met by a renewed commitment to not only refuse to be bigots, but also to become anti-bigots as individuals and as institutions. We cannot watch the fight from the audience and say, well, they're doing well. We have to get in this one, folks. You cannot, I hope you're willing to step up and fight for the rights of your fellow man and understand that we have been dealing with a issue from the beginning of America. And we built it, we worked with it, and we've not accepted. We have not accepted the discrimination. It's still there. We have not accepted the idea that you can be held back because of your color, of your skin. We have not accepted the concept that as a police officer, you have the right to bully people. And I'm going to speak on that very shortly because those things we don't accept have created things that we look forward to, have created movements and actions that prove that, as stated by someone the other night, that everybody didn't like, but we have to admire the tenacity. I will never give up. The fight isn't just for
CAA. Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
Wondering if you should get the updated COVID-19 booster? Here are 3 reasons why you should. 1. Vaccines and boosters provide better protection from COVID-19. 2. Even if you've had COVID-19 before, boosters are recommended to keep your immunity strong, especially as new variants emerge. And 3. Your risk of getting very sick from COVID-19 goes up with age, and boosters can help lower the chance of hospitalization and death. Find a booster near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Miss your favorite show? Download the podcast at KCAAradio.com.
We're gonna have one of JJ Fad members in here later on today. Who we got? Miss Lou coming in talking on the phone. Baby D. Okay, very good. Listen, guys, if you are near your computer, I'd like for you to go to www.kcaaradio.com so you can see the visual. The fact is that we're streaming live video. Maybe you need to use that phone. But I want to show you a championship belt, a boxing belt, hard-earned boxing belt. I don't know if you've seen these champions walk around. I know Mike Weaver, local guy, had one. Big old Eugene Weems here in the house. Made it back from Panama, California, Panama, where he boxed out. When was this, Gene? What was the date? Get that microphone.
This was November 26th.
November 26, 2023. Somebody's mother was very upset to see her son get in the ring, run around, shaking his arms, muscling up and frowning, and not even, well, a half a minute and 32 seconds later.
Yeah, MMA.
MMA boxing, knucklehead, but this is bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle. So MMA is kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so ground game. So we can fight on the ground, we can throw elbows, knees, spinning back fists, things like that.
Okay, let's do that. Let me introduce Mr. Eugene Weems again. He's the silent, strong, silent type. He's the champion, the kickboxing. The MMA, like you said. You were just
mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts. He won a championship in November in
the
Panama.
26th in Panama.
And it was a very interesting experience. You were told by your handlers, advisors, to not go to Panama to take this fight.
Well, I train with the top fighters around the world. So Dewey Cooper, the Black Cobra, BKSS out of Las Vegas. A lot of the Mayweather fighters that be there, UFC, a lot of the guys that's fighting UFC champions, Naganya, my team members. So Bubba Jenkins, the WBA, women's WBA, Jamie, the Miracle Mitchell. So, I can continue to keep going on.
You're right. And so we're talking about people who are in the organized boxing business.
Yes.
And as they deal with a man like you, and I'm going to say a man like you because you're not a kid. You're not a 20, 21-year-old, muscle-bound, arrogant, assertive person. You're a grown-ass man.
Absolutely.
And you are involved in something that, this is a young man's game unless you are Mayweather, a super champion, and can pick who you want to fight and fight them and know pretty much the result because you know what they're going to do. You are how old? We can keep it a mystery because when I say that, I don't know. Do you have to tell them how old you are?
Well, I'm the oldest in the MMA right now. So I wasn't expected to win this fight, but I went over there and just because of the heart that I have, the desire and the training that I've been putting in, I took it.
They put a man up next to you that they thought was going to, take care of your handles, Junior.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to send you home in a little box, and you set him up in 32 seconds.
Yeah, I've been like I said, I've been training with the best. I've been training, with Two Dragon, Terry Blackburn. He's the master Taekwondo champion, world champion. He's a master in Taekwondo, so that's how I get, a lot of my footwork, and some of my hand skills. I've been training with Dewey Cooper, the Black Cobra. He's also a Hall of Famer, World Hall of Famer, kickboxing champion, boxer, and MMA fighter. So I've been training with a lot of guys who has a lot of experience. The world class jiu-jitsu.
There's something unique about the confidence.
No doubt.
About it's almost a level of arrogance that's required for people who are looked upon and dealt with as second, third, fourth class in a circumstance that doesn't allow for those second, third, and fourth class people really to survive. For a man of your age to get involved in mixed martial arts and come in at the rawest level, I'm your friend. I'm an old man. I'm an advisor. I'm one of the people that said, Gene, don't do this. I've said, Gene, don't do this, not because of a lack of faith in you, but because of a knowledge of how hardcore it can be. And I have to say, brother, you are facing these demons, and you're pulling their tongues out. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed with what I know it takes for you to win, but I also know that the history, the tradition, the desire that runs through the genes of a black man who is being challenged by the world to simply be who he is. I'm proud of you, son.
Thank you.
I'm proud that you are willing to step up and take the chance to be an anti-failure. You're not accepting failure. And that's an attitude that we have to spread. We have to spread it not just based on, a lot of times people say because Wallace is black, he's favoring black folk. I'm favoring the world. And as I favor the world, I'm looking for the tool that I think is sharp enough to make the world a better place. And black men who have been held down, who are systematically held down, not just by individuals, because most of the people we run into, we can deal with them. They're nice, but the institution, as we'll deal with the institution of our sheriff department in San Bernardino and Riverside County next week and look at the statistics of how they're willing, anxious, arrogantly anxious to continue arresting men because of the color of their skin as opposed to how they really are operating in society. And the same thing applies to what you're doing. You went to Panama. Despite us saying, don't go. You went to Panama. Some of the things you were warned about was that they told you don't drink any water. Why don't drink any water? What's the danger in drinking water? Or drinking anything in a bottle that you didn't put in the bottle?
Well, here's the thing. I went out there without my crew. So one of my my top coach, he was in New York on the 25th at the PKL. So we had one of our team members fighting for $1 million that day. So he was already scheduled to be there with him. Then we had Jamie the Miracle Mitchell, who was out there with our conditional coach. So he had to be there with her, and that was already scheduled on the 26th. Well, my fight was on the 26th. Her fight was in Dubai. Mine was in Panama. So, we normally one of our coaches go with us for the fight. So I just so happened to have that fight scheduled. My fight scheduled for Panama on the 26th. So this was a bare knuckle fight, full contact. No holds bars, only knockouts. That's how you win.
The only way you win. There's no walking out.
No
there's
walking
no
out,
decision.
no submission, no tapping out, no nothing. You got to get knocked out. Bottom line, simple.
That is pretty simple.
So my thing was, they saying, hey, so when I trained, I trained 16 weeks with my crew, worked with my boy, Terry Blackburn.
Listen, what I'm asking and pointing out to these people, I've already told them how hard you
Yeah.
work. So that reputation probably preceded you.
Yeah,
But
well-
what you were working for and against isn't just that guy in the ring. You're talking about handlers. We're talking about people who are going to make money by maintaining the title in their area. And there's the danger that they would slip something in your water.
Yeah, so
It's a danger that they would, I mean, we've seen
food.
it occur in really, really, really big fights. So we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back and we're going to further congratulate you and try to inspire other people to reach inside of themselves and do the best that they can in the things that they are endeavoring to do. It's great to have you here, champ. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. We're speaking with Mr. Eugene Weems, the king of the streets, bare knuckle champion. Proved it in Panama. Eating good. We'll be right back.
Things are finally coming around. I know we've got.
Miss your favorite show? Download the podcast at kcaaradio.com.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
I'm Dr. Erica Pond with the California Department of Public Health, reminding you of ways to help stop the spread of COVID and other viruses this winter. Boost your immunity by staying up to date with COVID boosters and flu shots. Wash your hands often with soap and warm water for at least 20 seconds. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. And protect others by staying home and testing for COVID when sick. More tips at covid19.ca.gov. Brought to you by CDPH.
This is KCAA.
Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. We are going to be talking to Baby D of JJ Fad. Probably in the next 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I'm not sure. But you can make that call anytime, Eric, and let's set it up. And I'd like for you, Miss Lou, to come on over and join us. We're going to continue, Mr. Weems. I want to admire this belt. Now, this belt that they gave you is not a plaything. I know you've weighed it. How much does it weigh?
I don't know. I was going to take you to the pawn shop and see how much it's worth. See if I give me a Bentley for it.
My goodness. But it's not something that, you know, I reached over and grabbed and just proved how old I am, because I could not grab that thing and just sling it around. I'm with your championship. Bring a chair. With your championship, Eugene, I'm wondering what is it next that you're going to be doing that would allow us to come out and see what you're doing, because, you know, we told you not to go to Panama, so I surely wasn't going to go. What's the next thing on your agenda in terms of your career movement?
Well, right now, I'm just waiting on them to bring that big money fight. So for this belt, they coming for the belt, so they can't come with no chump change. For one, now I fought for the TCL, which is the Team Comeback League. It's a professional boxing league, which is going to be out on ESPN in February, March. So, but February we're going to start the fights or whatever. I tried out. So I got a 6-figure contract coming. So I don't know what position I'll be 1, 2, or 3. From my understanding, first place get $12,000 every 2 weeks just to train, and then $9,000 every 2 weeks for second, and third is like $1,500. You know, I can't take that third spot because I put people out. You know what I'm saying? I put them out, and you know what I'm saying, into the show. So all the trials and all the fights that I had for the Team Comeback League would be televised on ESPN in March, and then you'll see who's the first place winner or second place.
Now, that's the tough guy that we're talking to.
Yes.
I want to introduce you to the soft Eugene Weems real quick before we go too much further. Because here's a guy who has fed people, You have a nonprofit. Tell us about your nonprofit and the goal of the nonprofit. And into the mic.
Okay, so I have a nonprofit called Vibrant Green for Vibrant Peace.
Vibrant Green for Vibrant Peace.
Yes.
I was going to ask you, what is your birth sign?
I'm a Leo.
There's some Gemini in there really somewhere up in the front because you talk real quick.
Well, you know.
And you think quick, so I understand the thing there. But
So when I'm on your radio station, I got to move quick. Yeah.
okay, I can go for that. Tell us more about Vibrant Green for Vibrant Peace.
Well, Vibrant Green with Vibrant Peace was founded by me and a friend of mine, Clark Lowe. The reason why I do nonprofit work is because of my grandmother. She had her and my auntie started a nonprofit in Las Vegas called Operation Life. She passed away, so this is how I keep her alive doing the work that she does. What you can expect from me now, I'm going to be opening up a few houses. I got an 81-room hotel in Barstow, which we're going to be doing transitional.
An 81-room, you said.
Yes, 81 rooms in Barstow. We start construction this week. It's the first part of the building should be done within less than 60 days. I have a house on.
What is your goal for that hotel?
Well, we're trying to get people up off the streets, try to get them transitional housing, give them the resources that's needed to get
So it's
stable.
part of the effort to fight homelessness via affordable housing.
Yes.
So you're going to convert. I mean, will it be a hotel for temporary use? Or are you moving into condominiums, or what's the plan with that?
Right now it's going to be temporary housing.
Very good.
So give them the resources and stuff so they can get on their feet and get them in stable houses that's affordable houses for themselves.
That's the soft, Eugene, and there's much more to that, but I wanted you to realize that we're not talking about somebody that's walking the streets picking fights, but I wouldn't advise you to do it either, because you don't know who you're talking to, who you're dealing with anywhere on the streets, period. So with that aspect of it, Gene, I know that you have concerns about violence on the streets, our young people, and that tell us about your work with keeping gang potentials peaceful.
So I do intervention and prevention. So I'm hands-on. I do intervention and prevention. I'm hands-on. I work with a lot of at-risk youth. I don't call them at-risk youth. I think we all at risk if we in a situation or around any type of violence. So one of the reason why I fight now is because I was working with these kids. I had 11 at-risk kids that I was working with. I was trying to tell them what to do, and they asked me the same things what I asked them. What do I want to do in life? And I said, I used to fight. I want to fight. They said, okay, well, I tell you what. Some of them, it had to always be a smart one, not the whole crowd. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they said, well, if you do this, and we'll do this. And they did what they told me to do. And 3 of them went on and graduated, and I got back into fighting. So I teach them, drive, determination, and persistence does not recognize failure. Drive, determination, and persistence does not recognize failure. The first person they're going to believe in you, that need to believe in you, is yourself. You put God first, and you believe in yourself. You can do anything that you set your mind to be. I know I'm not going to be a Jordan. I let them know you ain't going to, most likely not going to be a Jordan flying, with a ball. But you learn what you can do good, and you can be the best at it.
Now, that's what I'm talking about, and I appreciate that extremely much. Yeah. And with that attitude, I'm wondering,
from a true champ.
Yeah,
true champ.
And that's Miss Lou Downey. She represents the San Bernardino, the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And they are putting on the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade next week.
Yes, sir.
And she is a champion, without a doubt. And we've.
Don't forget the plays and stuff and music and stuff.
I'm about to say.
Thank you.
I'm blessed here to deal with champions.
Champion Day.
Throughout. That's right.
I do want to say something that you may not be aware of, just real quick. I have a house on Baseline, which I'm turning into a home for. I'm turning the house into a home for, homeless vets, elderly, and women with children. So they're going to be able to come there for free, to stay there for free. And I'm going to have a warming center there as well. I already spoke to Gwen Dowdy Rogers, that I call my auntie. That's my TT. You know what I mean? So we're going to be doing some things together right now and getting that warming center up where we be able to, and sisters making a difference. So we're going to We're going to be putting a warming center up where we provide hot cocoa, coffee, and hot water for soups. And then we'll have the heating warming. So at night when it's really cold out, they can come and sit there or whatnot.
Man,
And then a resource center for the front office is where we're going to be giving out resources and of all kinds.
I really am.
Where's
Once
that going to
again,
be at Baseline?
Yeah, this is on Baseline right now. It's Baseline is Sepulveda. It's
Nice.
189
Needed
East
area.
Baseline. Yes.
Miss Luke,
Yes, sir.
tell us about the parade and how people get in the parade, and then I'm going to ask Mr. Eugene, is he in the parade?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Once again, Lou Dowdy with the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, and we are excited and happy to announce that we are bringing back the annual MLK Day Parade. This will be our third annual one, which will be held Monday, January the 16th on the west side of San Bernardino, started at Graciano Elementary and ending at Arroyo. The parade kicks off at noon, and the extravaganza kicks off at 1:30, and our headliner is the iconic rap group straight out of Rialto, JJ Fad. Yes. Supersonic. And we have also two celebrity guests. We have the actor, Mr. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Joe Jackson daddy. Yeah, that's how everybody know him, by playing the role of Joe Jackson's father. But we also have just a slew of our elected officials that is going to be participating as grand marshals, such as the new Chief of Police, Mr. Darren Goodman, first African-American Chief of Police for San Bernardino. We also have Joe Baca. We also have Supervisor.
That's Joe Baca Jr.
Joe Baca Jr., yes, thank
the
you.
supervisor.
James Ramos, Assemblymember Eloise Reyes. We also have, thank you so much. We also have, oh my goodness, our new mayor, shout out to Helen Tran, yes, our new mayor is going to be also there. And I think I named all of our grand marshals, correct? Yeah, so we're excited about that. If anyone who want to participate and get down as far as being a vendor, our performance slot has closed because we already are at capacity. But you can be a vendor. We're still looking for vendors. You can register at the website, which is, what's the website, Davita? blackchamberofcommerce.org. Sorry.
And I did not introduce Davita. Introduce Davita, please.
Davita, one of our committees for the MLK is the website is blackchamberofcommerce.org, and you can go there to register to be a vendor or a volunteer. We are still looking for volunteers. MLK is a service day, so if you're a youth, you can actually get those hours written off for service time. Yeah, so
Very good. So it's Davita. Excuse me. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Any day above ground is a wonderful day. All is good. Yes.
That's unless you're a tunnel digger, I guess. Listen, is Baby D on the line? Hey, we're going to skip this commercial. Bring her in.
All right. Oh my goodness, we are so excited. Our headliners, as we said it, JJ Fad. I'm gonna go ahead and let Davita go ahead and introduce her. Go ahead.
You guys, oh my goodness. Once I heard that we locked in JJ Fad, I was super, super excited. And guess who we have on the line? The one and only Baby D, the original of JJ Fad. Baby D.
Hey!
What's up?
She's here.
How everybody doing out there?
Oh my goodness, Queen. We are so excited that you are on the line.
Indeed.
Oh man, I'm
so
excited
much.
to be on the line.
Thank you
it's
so
great
much.
For God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I really do.
Absolutely. We thank Mr. Wallace Allen for Empire Talk Back for providing the platform. He's one of our main media outlets for the parade.
Oh, listen, Baby D, and
Yes.
those girls pulled that song together at the same time I was thinking about starting West Side Story,
Really?
1987.
Wow.
I think we crossed
wow.
crossed paths in the hallways of the San Bernardino Boys Club, right?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did, absolutely.
Wow.
And we want to
Look at
also
that.
bring forth the name of Brother Reuben Herndon, who was one of the people who brought consciousness, kind of woke us up in terms of our access to and responsibility to young folk. And that movement, that bringing young folk together, I'm not going to take total credit at all for JJ Fad, but certainly you guys were welcome and you took advantage of it. And God is great, and the response has been great as a result of that. And
all the time,
yes,
all the
ma'am.
time. I
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
piggyback off of that because yes, back in the day, we was just a small, little crew trying to have fun. Actually, we wasn't like, well, we're gonna make a record. We're gonna be millionaires. We wasn't trying to do all that. We just wanted to have fun and put it out there. Especially when the drugs and stuff. I mean, not saying they went away. We're all presenting, trying to bring everybody together, get off drugs, be with their families, and especially the mothers that was out there on that crack, because that crack was that was a mother back then.
Brother Herndon
So
put
we started
together a
performing.
program called Crackdown on Crack.
Right.
And there was a performance and plays, and it just it was a time of response to emotional, racial, economic bigotry that was causing us, our family, our children, our community to revert and turn to something as tragic, causing the tragedy that crack cocaine did. And when I say turn to it, we really didn't have to turn to it because the government and other agencies, as we've learned through time, well, they were dropping it off, making it very convenient to destroy. And once again, this is why I applaud my brother, Mr. Eugene Weems. I applaud Supersonic as the response from the inspiration that JJ Fad decided and the direction you decided to go.
Right.
And those decisions are still in front of us because its obstacles are still in front of us, and we have to band together to not just make ourselves better, but set the example for the world. And that's what we're doing. Ms. Lou, this is the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade.
Yes.
And who's welcome?
Everyone is welcome. This is a diverse event. I do want to definitely make it clear this is not a Black History event. It's not a Black History event. We got February, but Black History is 24/7 all year long. But this is Dr. Martin Luther King. He definitely was for us, but he was for all ethnicities. And so this is a multicultural event where all of our brothers and sisters are welcome. But I wanted to ask you, Baby D, like in your growing up, I have two questions. For one, I want to know, when did you guys know we made it? We made it. Like, we on. And then two, you could have easily went down the other route when it came to rapping and whatnot. You could have been talking about the drugs. You could have been talking about the girls, sexing and all that type of stuff and whatnot. But you guys went a totally different route, and you still blew up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Could you speak to that?
Yes, I will. So originally, when we did do our first single, which was Supersonic and Another Hoe, we thought, okay, at first we did thought that the Distant and all that was the hit. That's what's going to, let us have the outlet, because that's what they were doing. You had the LL Cool J and beefing with whoever he was beefing with. Everybody was distant, is what they called it at the time, dissing each other. So we thought that was the outlet, but it still, like I said, was only for fun. It was nothing personal because we loved the ladies then and love them still today. But when we did Supersonic was actually the B-side. We did it for fun. Like, we wanted good music. We wanted dance music. We all love to dance. And we wasn't expecting this song to be here, like, 30-plus years later. I want to say 30.
Right, generational.
30+ years later.
You got kids. I'm a grandmother. Like, my grandchild listens. So like, our kids, my babies, is listening to it.
And you want them to hear that type of music. And no disrespect, because everyone has their own. Like Cardi, just put it out there. I love her. I love her to death. That's her style. That's who she is. But I feel like JJ Fad had a whole different outlook. Like, we knew that one day we would be mothers. We wanted to have our children look up to us and they'll be like, oh, my mom was showing this and showing, oh, mama was covered and embarrassed now. Right. So we did think about that when we were younger. So it was like, let's just stay kind of, covered and kind of, ourselves and fun.
And it worked.
I mean, they called us, oh, y'all lollipop, rappers and da. But that's what worked for us. And like I said, 30 years plus later, we still doing that song. Some people cannot say that. Right. Some people cannot say that 30 years later because we still tour. We still, you hear that song in the club, everybody still dances to that song. Like it was a major hit then, and it's still,
we was dancing at the station. He put it on. When Wallace put it on, they put it on.
Every time I hear that song,
we got to sing it a song.
Right.
With the grace of God, with the grace of God, we are here today to still give our fans something to listen to. Our genre, whoever likes whatever type of music, because it fits in everywhere. I mean, you can say it's rap, pop,
right?
Whatever. So yeah, we are blessed, and thank you.
They're sampling it.
They made a video game. Supersonic. They made Supersonic video game.
Right. Then you have Fergalicious.
Right. Yeah, they sampling it. Yeah. Period.
Yeah. Eminem threw some in there of his song. So all that. I mean, we are so blessed, and beyond.
Trailblazers. You guys are trailblazers, period. Right. Trailblazers
we can't wait to trailblaze at the Martin Luther King
Yes.
Here. January 16, 2023.
We are so excited.
I'll be 50 that day. That is my 50th.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
All plans. I canceled all.
Oh my goodness, Queen! Thank you so much.
And do this, for
we are so honored to have you. We gonna make it special. We are so honored to have you.
And the 50.
Thank you.
And I'm just thinking that. Are you still using I'm sorry, I think I ran into you at Wells Fargo. But it's a good thing now. We can do all of that, depositing checks and stuff by phone, because I know you were wearing your shoes out, getting over there, cashing those royalty checks. No, that's the
Bank of America, but hey, I take Wells Fargo too.
Yeah, you probably
check is a check. Period.
Need all of those. But the idea of royalties, the idea that we're going to get what we give, as the poet said, the shadow is only where the body goes. And every nickel that you're collecting now, you deserve. You have earned it, and you are not making people ashamed of themselves. You're not. I can gladly hear my little because she got a great memory. My grandbabies, I mean, they're learning everything. We had to. I understand they stopped letting her watch a little cartoon because the guy on the cartoon kept saying no. and she made a song out of no. I
love it.
If she was saying supersonic, it'd be all right. It would definitely be all right.
Yes, and I say it with pride and joy.
What are you?
I love it. Even my children. I'm mom to them. I'm mom. But when we out there performing and doing shows, that is my mother. That is my mom.
Yeah, period.
That's your right kid.
So what type of schedule are you on for performances? How's the world treating your stardom? Are you still anxious about getting on the road? Do you get on the road? Give us a little bit of what's happening with you now.
We are still touring. However, everybody knows when the pandemic hit, everybody slowed down. So everything kind of slowed down. But before a pandemic, we actually was touring. We tour every summer. And like when the pandemic hit, stuff slowed down because everybody had to either get tested or have it outside. And people are still kind of following that rule. Like, because it's not over. It's calmed down, but it's not over.
That's right.
So we still, take the precautions that we need the necessary precautions that we need to be out there to actually still perform and do shows, because we are still touring. We still do, like I said, shows, but mainly our shows is during the summer, because one of my girls is in Fresno, one of my girls is in Baltimore. So we do have to get together and schedule these things. It ain't like we could just say, we're photo artists, we could do it. No, because we all have 9 to 5. So
right.
And then that's what we do on our off time.
Well, I don't know. Are we assembling everybody for the extravaganza?
Yes.
I think.
Yes, it's the whole team is gonna be there. Yes, and they also got DJ Arabian Prince.
Look out
The
now.
original NWA DJ. Y'all, we going up in San Bernardino
Look out.
on
So-
the west side. You guys come out. Make sure you tune in. It's a free event. It's something for the community. One thing the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, our goal was to definitely bring a parade back to the west side of San Bernardino with the Black History Parade being no longer. So we were like, let's do an MLK parade. So that's how we came about with the MLK parade. So we are definitely excited. I'm sorry, I got two questions. I'm sorry, you hear, because really fast. So first, I want to shout out, congratulations to you guys. You got a street named after you in Rialto. That is big.
Right.
Yes.
That
That's
is-
a blessing. Not everybody could say that.
That's
Not
right.
every rapper, not everyone
Right.
could say that. Because when we're dead and gone, that street is going to stand.
Period.
It is going to stand. It's going to represent. It's going to mean something. So when somebody
Yes.
says that way, it's going to ring a bell.
Man, I mean, I just even saying that right now just gave me chills. It's like that is iconic and well deserved. That was a big do that Supervisor Joe Baca put together.
Joe Baca Jr.?
Yes, Joe, which is one of our commissioners for
For the parade, he's one of the.
No, I'm sorry, for First Vice San Bernardino, California. He's one of our commissioners. But I want to just ask, women, working together is hard. You know what I'm saying? Especially women. You know how we can just be so sometimes catty, all that and the other.
No, tell me about that.
And, and jealousy gets in play. Well, why you getting more than Micah or this, that, and the other type of a thing. You guys, you did it. You stuck it out, but I know it couldn't have been that easy. Could you speak to that as far as, the adversities that you had to overcome by maintaining who you guys are as women and as a group, you know what I mean, type of thing? Go for it, Queen.
Yeah, so, okay, thank you. So, yeah, as women, yes, we have our own attitudes. Everybody know that. Like, we have our good and bad days like anyone else. We have disagreements, but we agree to disagree. And for some strange reason, it's okay for you not to like this color. It's okay for you not to like that song. It's okay for us to switch it up, and then we still could talk. Like, we don't have to have a fallout because you disagree. And that's perfectly fine. I mean,
Amen.
And we come together, we gonna wear this for the show. And you may have an attitude because, but man, we've been wearing this. Let's do it like this time. Let's switch it up, or but then we just, at the end of the day, let's just do it and just get over it. And all three of us can connect in that type of way that we just like, okay, we're like over it.
Right.
Well, in case you thought you were disparaging women, let me say this: men act the same way.
Well, let me just tell you this. Let me just tell you this. I'm going to say this. You know what I'm saying? First, I want to say, I love you women, because if it wasn't for women like y'all, strong women, black women who do the things y'all do, it wouldn't be no me. So, got men's talking about, it takes a young man, it takes a man to raise a man. Look, a woman raised me. I'm a hellified man,
Come on.
And I have went and accomplished and made history in so many different areas in my life. Why? Because I ride with the women. In my office, you'll never see a man behind me. No pictures or nothing. There's going to be all strong women behind me, period, point blank.
And I tell the world that if you want to ride with JJ Fad, all you got to do is come to Rialto.
That's true. That is
The
true.
town.
So I understand that what you said, sister, because I sit back and watch. You got some people out there that I work in, right in the streets with, Sister Making a Difference, Ronnie, Miller. They do a lot of real things. They don't do it for the fame. They do it for what they do, Okay. And I really do appreciate what y'all do.
Miss Lou, you were interrupted by me as usual. So
No. I appreciate that sentiment. Definitely. We're just excited to have you, and that's just good to hear that, because there's youth that's looking at all of us, you know what I mean? And so you set a wonderful example of coming together and being able to work together, just as women, and it's not even just as women, all of us together, men, women, young and old, or whatever, seasoned, or the legends, or the millennials,
Whatever
all of
us,
us, whatever, type of a thing. We are living in a world to where we have to come together. I mean, because it's us, but really quick, anything else about the parade that we are maybe missing or whatnot. Oh, I want to shout out about the Gala Awards, MLK Gala Awards, and congratulations to Mr. Wallace Allen, who is one of the recipients for
Thank you,
Empire
thank you.
Talk Back Radio, where
Thank
we
you.
on. So
Okay,
Thank you,
congratulations.
thank you.
So next Saturday, him along with a couple of other amazing individuals will be honored for the MLK Gala Service Award. And he always give us kudos and talk about all that we do. But this man right here is a pillar in the community. Who's one of my mentors who don't have no problem pulling your coattail and telling you when you're wrong, and whatnot, and always giving advice and just always there for us and for our young people. So thank you for all that you do, Mr.
thank
Wallace.
you.
You and your queen.
Thank you.
Thank you. A lot of people say he's just a nosy old man.
I'm gonna stick with that.
Stick with that part because I am concerned. I am excitedly concerned because I see the future so strong, so obvious. We used to, in the Inland Empire, if we wanted to have a parade, and I know because I was there at the first ones, we had to go to L.A. or go
Right.
somewhere else to find people
Right.
that folks out here were excited about. Well, the Inland Empire, the IE, no, this is the place to be. We are generating our
Period.
own. Eugene may have moved in here, but he was attracted here because there's so much going on.
It's so much.
But J.J. Fad was born here.
Yes.
They grew up
Period,
here.
yes.
And there are others who supported them, who are growing into it now, that allow us to really feel great about being in the Inland Empire. And I can't think of a place that's more beautiful as I look at the mountains.
You
of
see our
snow.
mountains, Mr. Wallace?
Man, look at here.
Oh my, super gorgeous.
I was going to send a picture back east to my friends. I said, no, don't do that to them. That's not fair.
No, they would have got jealous.
That's what I
Right.
mean.
We snowed in up here.
We just trying to be nice and say, oh, look out. But that's like sticking them in the eye with an ink pen.
Right,
That's
right.
not fair. Don't do that. When they say, how's things going on, say, oh, it's raining. Don't mistreat them, getting them all excited like that.
And Mr. Wallace, I always like to say there's good in my hood. Period. All the negativity that people, the stigma of San Bernardino, that is not what it is. Come and see. There's things blossoming that's happening out in the community of San Bernardino. There's leaders that are making major moves and resources to be got. People to connect with and to collab with. So definitely. And I do want to shout out Youth Build because it's Youth Build in the Southern California Chamber of Commerce that is putting on this parade. And I want to shout out Lou Productions and my girl Davita, who is our administrative director for that, a lot of stuff, and then also the committee to San Bernardino, the San Bernardino MLK committee. You guys, thank you so much because we couldn't be doing this without the help of all you guys.
Man, we want to thank you. We will be there. We're going to show
Thank
up and
you.
show out there.
We're so excited.
Congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
Wow. See, this is why I start like I start because we end like we end. We
Amen.
end with excitement. But I want to start us off always with the concept of there are issues out there, but we can solve them. There are problems out there, but we can fix it. But the
Amen.
we is what it takes. And I'm going to go back to it, folks. We are under a attack from bigotry. We are under an attack from people who want power based on the color of their skin. There are many folks of all colors who want power based on their skin color, but we have to be fair. We have to understand, and I say this, if you are in a member of the African American family, you are used to looking at people of every hue. Let me say it again. If you are of the African American family, you are used to looking at people from albino white to blue black and calling them cousin, brother, aunt, uncle. Therefore, we are the family that can accept and embrace and absorb everybody on the planet with our ideas, with our love, with our fortitude, with our desire, with our tradition of fairness, with our tradition of seeking the right move. And next Monday, we will be celebrating of the birthday of the man who lived it.
Well, not next Monday, the Monday after next.
The 20th, no.
The 16th, because this Monday is what, the 10th?
16th. Yeah, the 16th. Next Sunday. I know you've been
Next
working
Mon-
hard.
The
and you done
16th,
forgot.
January 16th.
You forgot, but it's next Sunday. Next Sunday is Martin's birthday, and next Monday is a celebration, and
okay.
next
That's my bad.
Saturday
That's
is
what
when
I
I
get.
get my little thing from you guys. See, so
look,
all
got
of that
corrected.
yeah, well, no,
No, I love it.
You just got brought into the fact, and we all should know that when people work hard like you, sometimes the days get mixed up.
They do.
But they're not so mixed up that we don't know the difference from yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be better because of what we've done today. And the day after that's going to be better because of what we're planning. And I'm so blessed to be right here in the middle of it. God bless you guys. I want to thank you.
Thank you, baby
I want to
D.
remind
Baby
you,
D.
I'm going to say it again. Everybody ends up wearing his own clothes. The shadow is only where the body goes. Everybody pays. It ain't a tax. It's more like dues. The price, that's something your actions choose. So remember, whenever you make one, you make two. One for him and one for you. So be sure that
Go
whatever
ahead
you
and
make
spit that.
ain't more than you want to
Yeah,
take.
now
'cause
spit. I got a
sure
snack.
enough, down the line, you bound to get what you thought was mine. Give me love, and I'll do the same for you. God bless you. See you next week
Amen.
under two circumstances. One, if the good Lord's willing. Two, if the creek don't rise. Be supersonic.
Hey!